name's Fiona Hawker. I'm a CG at Chiwai Martial Arts in Cheltenham. I'm currently a 3rd degree black belt in Chiwai Kung Fu and I'm working towards my 4th degree. I've always enjoyed attending seminars and learning about different martial arts styles from a variety of different instructors, as that's how you progress and continuously improve. I was excited when I found what was formerly the KJCP, now known as the PPCS Pressure Point Certification Scheme based in the UK, and decided to go along for the first module of the first cycle. When I turned up for that first module, I was made to feel so welcome and immediately felt at ease and ready to train. Grandmaster Mark Smith and his team are patient and knowledgeable and have such an infectious passion about what is being taught. I really didn't know what to expect from the programme and I had, a little understanding of pressure points. But during that first cycle, I completed the 5 modules, focusing on different areas of the body and understanding the basics of pressure points. I felt after that first cycle of the programme that although I'd learned a lot, I'd really only scratched the surface and never fully appreciated quite how much depth there is. And I'm really looking forward to learning more over the next cycles, all about all of the aspects of pressure points, the affected organs, the polarity, yin and yang, the directional flow of energy, the associated elements, the locations on the meridians, the diurnal cycle, and the elemental cycle of destruction. What is really great for me about what I've learned so far doesn't matter what style of martial arts you practice, but rather you're encouraged to think about using these pressure points and how they can be integrated into the style that you currently study. People join the programme who study karate, jiu-jitsu, self-defence, kung fu. Everyone learns together and then takes what they've learned to apply it to their own system of training. I train in kung fu, and as a female, I'm more often than not faced with opponents who are a lot bigger and a lot stronger than I am. So my aim is to be able to seamlessly add pressure points into my training and give myself a slight edge, with a lot more practice, of course, and study. I love already being able to integrate what I have learned when I'm defending against strangles, grabs, headlocks, punches and kicks. It's also really helped my own training to be a little bit more conscious and think more about where I'm striking, what the end result will be, and how effective it's going to be. This is a great programme for men and women alike, for any style of martial arts, any age, and from anywhere in the UK. Grandmaster Mark Smith teaches with structure, adapts to different abilities, and always with safety in mind. So come along, try it for yourself. You won't be sorry, and you'll be sure to learn a lot.
Hi there, I'm Matt Breachley. I'm now currently a black belt studying from a 2nd dan under Mark Smith, MSASD. What we do in our martial arts at the minute involves the pressure points. What we learn in our self-defence. It's effortless self-defence, which is what we like. We all get I get a bit older, I don't need to jump about like a nutcase, I don't want to punch and have my fist up all the time. So this self-defence we learn is just right for me, and using the pressure points, and that is right for me. To disable or to just to get out of situations nice by a few little taps that I haven't got to go mad with, so which is good for me. I've only been doing it 5-6 years. I've not had a big martial arts background before that really, so what I've learned really is what I've learned from MSASD. But I did start on the first cycle of the first English KJCP, which was just 5 seminars a year, which I really enjoyed. It did enhance what I was doing, and I went from the first one on the orange belt. I had an orange belt in self-defence, the first belt, the 2nd belt I got. So I went through it on that and I really enjoyed it and I stuck with it. And now we progress into the pressure point certification system now, the UK version. And I think I'm on my 4th cycle of that now, 3rd, 4th cycle, my 3rd, 4th year, being my 4th belt I'm going for now. And I'm still enjoying it, what we really want to do. We're progressing all the time. I find that I am progressing with it. Every cycle we do. We missed a couple out with the COVID, but I'm still doing my pressure point in our self-defence, and I'm still learning all the time with that as well. But anyone could tell you that does martial art, if you're putting the pressure points into that martial art, it's going to enhance it tenfold really. Without the pressure point in self-defence, it'll work, it might not work, it might work for you, but I find it easier putting the pressure points into it. Learning the cycles of destruction, cycle of creation, and even the diurnal cycle, it just enhances everything we do. The stances we're learning in the PPCS and the yin and yang, what we're learning, everything sort of comes together really. The more we progress with it, the more cycles I do, the more I'm learning with it really. As I say, I've never had a big martial art background before. I did a little bit of kickboxing and I help with a kickboxing class now, but really the pressure point stuff is really going forward for me. I'd say I'm going from a second dan now in the self-defence, which is I'm still learning more and more about the pressure point system in it as well. So onwards and upwards for me really.
Been on the KJCP originally right from its inception in England with Grandmaster Mark Smith, and it has been proper eye-opener for me. All of us that have been in martial arts for many years think we know pressure points, and then you come along to something like that and you realise you really don't. Most of the martial arts I've done, which are mostly forms of karate, have been, I've found out since, modern forms. It's not as ancient as before. The pressure point system teaches you the original karate, what karate was meant to be. I love the safety aspect. You're taught straight away how to revive someone, how to recover when you've put the bad energy into them and hurt them, which is great, because even people that are teaching pressure points, I've found out since, sometimes don't actually teach that. They're just hurting people and leaving them to it. And some people can get very ill from this. So it's lovely to learn the safety aspect. It's also amazing to learn how much depth there is to it when you go through the cycles. We've now moved on, we're now calling it the PPCS, Pressure Point Certification Program. It's the same deal really, but obviously, from the point of view of somebody who was taught for many years to just hit that area as hard as you can, now I realise that all the damage I've done to my body over the years was actually unnecessary. Using the pressure points has given me the ability to just assess a situation better, assess anatomy better, and improve my martial arts 1,000-fold. I thought I was good. I realise now that I was only as good as my teachers would allow me to be. This system, you're as good as you want to be, really. The knowledge is as deep as you want it to go. The knowledge on the course, there is also more knowledge available to you. Grandmaster Smith gives us some amazing stuff outside of the program. And the program itself is for anybody, no matter what your martial art, it's going to improve it. I don't care what anybody says, it's going to improve your martial art, regardless of the system. So anything that involves grabbing, throwing, punching, kicking, it's going to get better. It's just going to get better. It's going to teach you what the original meaning of karate for me meant. The original Okinawan karate, you can see it in the katas we do, and what have you. You can now see what is necessary. What are we doing? Why am I doing this move? Why am I doing that? I'm not trying to break bones. I'm not using parts of my hands that aren't necessary. I'm using the parts that are meant to be. So for me, this program, really, if you're a martial artist, you need to be doing it. Okay? Thank you very much.